Folks, it's amazing that this guy still has support. The President of the United States is just the most pathetic and endlessly insecure man. It's so unbelievably sad and infuriating that so many have to suffer because he is broken. It's just, how can anybody like this dude? That you guys know, even you Trump supporters, you know if you have a friend who does nothing but continuously brag on himself, you think lowly of that guy. You look down on him because it's obvious he is so insecure that he has to brag on himself to make himself feel better about the fact that he really doesn't have a lot of self-esteem. That's a sure sign of narcissism. Usually, they actually hate themselves, and so they have to continuously brag on themselves to boost themselves up, to make themselves feel better, because they don't feel good about themselves. And Donald Trump's like, the people that know me and know the history of our country say that I'm the hardest working president in history. And I don't know about that. Yeah, like, so stupid. I get praised by so many people, but I'm so modest. I don't know if it's true or not, folks. Maybe it's true. And I don't know about that, but I'm a hard worker. And I probably got more done in the first 3.5 years than any president in history. The fake news hates it. It's no wonder that Beth from Back to the Future was based on Donald Trump. It's just sad. Like, if he wasn't president fucking shit up, I'd feel bad for him. Like, this is the kind of guy you just want to, like, I don't know, like, almost give a hug to and be like, it's okay, dude. You clearly hate yourself, and you clearly have incredibly low self-esteem, but it'll be all right. But it's Trump, so you're just like, just fuck off, dipshit. And the fact that people enable this is just ridiculous. And you probably guys saw this one. Folks, this is stupid on so many goddamn levels. Holy shit, this motherfucker's our president! How is this real life? So first off, Trump is trying to take this opportunity to shit on reporters for reporting something accurately. The fact that Russia did interfere in our elections. Now, I'm not saying Russia completely are responsible for Donald Trump being elected. I don't know how much they actually helped him, but there is absolutely no doubt that they tried to help him. I know, yeah, but we interfere in other countries all the time. Yeah, okay, cool. That's not what I'm talking about, okay? We're talking about Russia's interference in our election. It happened, folks. Mueller found out when he was doing his whole Mueller investigation. The FBI said so. CIA said so. National Security Agency said so. We know they did it, folks. Even Facebook said so. So basically, he's trying to dunk on journalists for telling the truth. But he is so fucking inept, he can't do anything right. He fucks it up in every way possible. So first off, he starts writing this tweet about how journalists have received Nobel Prizes for their work on Russiagate, calling out Russia for interfering in our elections. But he doesn't even spell Nobel Prize right. He spells it Nobel Prize. It's our president, folks. The guy who's the leader of the free world. Doesn't even know the difference between Nobel Prize and Nobel. Secondly, journalists almost never get Nobel Prizes, folks. They get Pulitzer Prizes. So Donald Trump doesn't even know the difference between a Nobel Prize and a Pulitzer Prize. Now, 2 journalists, I think, have gotten Nobel Prizes, but neither one of them for their work on Russiagate. I'll cover them in a minute. So he never knows what the fuck he's talking about. When will all of the reporters who have received Nobel Prizes for their work on Russia, only to have been proven totally wrong, and in fact, it was the other side who committed the crimes, be turning back their cherished Nobles so that they can be given to the real reporters and journalists who got it right? Nobody received a Nobel Prize for their work on Russia or a Nobel Prize. Either one. You literally had no clue what you're talking about ever. You're an embarrassing man, baby. When will the Nobel Committee demand the prizes back, especially since they were gotten under fraud? The reporters and lamestream media knew the truth all along. Lawsuits should be brought against all, including the fake news organizations, to rectify this terrible injustice. For all of the great lawyers out there, do we have any takers? When will the Nobel Committee act better? Be fast. Oh my God. The impossibly stupid motherfucker is confusing Pulitzer Prize with Nobel Prize and the Nobel Prize with a Nobel Prize. Like I said, how can you be a bigger dumbass than Donald Trump is? America is not great. We suck. How do we do this? And of course, this person, whose name is really difficult to pronounce, is pointing out only a few reporters have ever actually won Nobel Prizes. Carl von Ossietzky won a Nobel Prize for his journalism. He reported on the rearmament of Nazis in preparation for World War II and rising anti-Semitism. He was detained in a concentration camp. He won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1935 and died in police custody. And the other journalist who won a Nobel Prize, Svetlana Alexievich, won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 2015, a Belarusian. She wrote extensively about post-Soviet Russia. So Donald Trump doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. But I guess you guys can already guess what happened. First off, he got dragged incredibly for not knowing the difference between Nobel and Nobel, and also not knowing the difference between the Nobel Prize and the Pulitzer Prize. So, of course, he immediately went out there and deleted all his tweets. You know, folks, because he was being sarcastic. You know, when you're being sarcastic, you delete all your tweets, folks. And he literally came out and said he was being sarcastic about all that shit, folks. I guess this is his new go-to line when he doesn't want to admit he's a fucking idiot. He says... He deleted them and then he posted this. Does anybody get the meaning of what a so-called Nobel, not Nobel. No, I did it on purpose, folks. I meant Nobel, not Nobel. I'm a genius, folks. I wasn't making an error. I mean, he could never own up to anything he does wrong, folks. Just, I mean, where are you Jordan Peterson fans at that support Donald Trump? What happened to taking personal responsibility? Never does it. Especially as it pertains to reporters and journalists. Noble is defined as having or showing fine personal qualities or high moral principles and ideas. Does sarcasm ever work? Yeah, folks, I'm not an idiot. I'm not the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. I was just pretending to be stupid. I'm being sarcastic. So just so embarrassing, folks. If you believe for even a goddamn second any of this is sarcastic, then you're probably a Trump supporter.